What's that song?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 1109. Hello and welcome to our silly show. My name is Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, located somewhere in Podcastro Valleyton. Today it's Chely Shoehart, Floyd the Floorman, John Deere the engineer, plus the return of the much-loved segment called Holding Court with Lady KATY. We get into an interesting conversation.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
And there's something I want to sing to you about that's been plaguing me, particularly
Mike's Daily Podcast.
a part of my body that I like to call my nose, and I blame it all on Costco. When I bought their Kleenex, I did not know that when you open one up and try and pull the Kleenex out, it all pulls out at once, and then you got confetti all over the place. What the heck?
Mike's Daily Podcast.
It just explodes. Hi, if you don't like the way I'm doing this podcast, it's because I'm
Mike's
using a
Daily
teleprompter.
Podcast. Yeah!
Yes, I'm following the Trump way of doing things now. He uses a teleprompter. Before he was off the cuff. He was a loose cannon. He could say anything. He could be unpredictable. He's not I go by the same bullet points and have everything written out to me by the RNC. The Republicans tell me what to... No, I'm against the Republican establishment because now, look at me now, though. I have to be kissing up to the Republican establishment because all this time I've been against the Republican establishment. And now, when something like the fit hits the shan because of me saying something that sounds mildly racist about a judge that I have a thing for, I'm angry with because he's suing me, I now find the Republicans are against me because I've never been for the Republicans, so they're against me now. What do? I read a teleprompter. That's what's happening. Oh, Bernie Sanders supporters. They're all hot, is what I was mentioning on the last show. Bernie Sanders supporters are now saying things like, well, this is sad for America because people voted for Hillary and I guess I'm just not going to vote. Okay, fine. Enjoy your new President Trump. That's going to be great. Enjoy that. It's going to happen. Look who else walked. Oh, somebody just walked in.
Hello, guys. It's Chely Shoehart, gift shop supervisor. Oh my God, why are you saying that about Bernie?
Can he possibly become president? There's no frickin' way. Quit drinking the Kool-Aid. I'm taking the Kool-Aid out of your hand.
Mike Matthews, I was enjoying that tall glass of Kool-Aid. It's like so good. Anyway, I run the gift shop here at Cafe Anyway, and I make like no money because all you like people that are old, you're taking all my money away. And I'm like so upset.
I'm sorry, Chely. I'm not getting any of your money. You make whatever you make at the gift shop is yours. We made that agreement years ago. Besides, you sold some patent to Google years ago, and you're a millionaire.
That's true.
Uh-huh. Did we use a teleprompter for that whole little skit we just did?
Yeah, Mike Matthews, it was fun.
I hate teleprompters. Look who else just walked in. Hello, Mike. It's Floyd the Floorman, also known as Bernie Sanders. And this is John Deere, the engineer. You're not Bernie Sanders, Floyd. That's right. If I were, I would have more of a Brooklyn accent, and I saw that. But I still want Bernie to become president. Yes, well, Hillary will be president. What? There's nothing scary about that. Why did you play that sound effect, Mike? Well, while I'm playing the piano to the accompaniment of the podcast, I sometimes have to dabble on the organ a little bit. That didn't sound right. So, the podcast today, we're covering some interesting topics. For example, Obama is meeting with Bernie Sanders today to tell Bernie, hey, thanks for firing up the base, the American public. But now, you have to get us all together against Trump by getting behind Hillary. Simple as that, Bernie. Come on. Richard Simmons is a woman? What? His rep is shooting down a report that he has undergone sex reassignment surgery and is now living as a woman. Whatever. He can do whatever he wants, Richard Simmons. He's a fitness guru. I work out to his tapes daily. He was a huge thing. To those of you young people that may be listening, although I've probably thrown all the young people away because of my Bernie Sanders comment, but Richard Simmons had a talk show on afternoons for all the people that were, at home taking care of kids or whatever. He did a show, and he'd get people to work out, and then at the end of every show, everyone would sit around him and start to cry because they would tell stories about being fat. And Richard would be there and say, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Let's work out to some old music, oldies. Sweating to the oldies, I think, was his big thing. So now he's finally becoming a woman after all these years. Supposedly. But not really. Who knows? And then the Sacha Baron Cohen, who repulses me. His movies repulse me. I know some of you like his comedy because, oh my gosh, he likes to embarrass people and he does gross things and he's funny. I'm not a fan, but anyway, he's going to play Mandrake the Magician. The only thing I liked Sacha Baron Cohen in was Ricky Bobby, when he played that weird French guy. But Mandrake the Magician, or the musician, then there's Drake the Musician, who's actually a rapper, and he's a man. But he's going to play the classic 1934 comic book illusionist Mandrake the Magician, based on Lee Falk's newspaper comic strip of the same name. So, yes, it's an 8-decade-old action hero that he's going to play. Will he do something like repulsive in that? Who knows? Finally, hobbits really did walk the earth. New fossils suggest that hobbits descended from much bigger forebears who experienced extreme dwarfism on the Indonesian island of Flores. Oh, and in connection with that, Ed Sheeran, because he looks like a hobbit, is sued for $20 million for allegedly copying a song. His song Photograph may be a copy of a song by Martin Harrington and Thomas Leonard called Amazing. I do not know that song. Whatever. It came out in 2009. But it's for $20 million. Hey, baby, it's 17. Gosh, you know what? That's what happens when your song gets overplayed on the radio, is people go, that guy must be making a lot of money. I'm going to sue him. Josh Brolin, who played Joe Hex in a movie that was not widely accepted, but was based on some comic book that I never read. But Josh Brolin is going to be in the Avengers. He's going to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And he's going to be playing Thanos. All right. There, I've done my little nerd part of the show, and now I would like to say, if you'd like to help out the show in any particular way, there's one way that you can that's very simple. If you're going to buy anything on Amazon, like probably an enjoyable Josh Brolin movie. Flirting with Disaster. Yes, he's in that. With Ben Stiller and Tia Leone and Patricia Arquette. He's in a lot of movies, Josh Brolin, but if you'd like to purchase that movie through Amazon, please go through MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com first and click on that little Amazon icon, and that helps us out if you do just that one little thing. And then bookmark that. Whenever you buy anything on Amazon, go through that and we'll get a little money. Maybe more than $11, which is what we currently have accumulated. There is also the wonderful thing called PayPal, if you'd like to donate through that and help out Chely Shoehart, because she's suffering under the weight of the Generation Xers, and that's why she supports Bernie Sanders, who is Bernie is not a baby boomer, right? He's older than that. He's the whatever that generation is before that. The greatest generation? I don't know what they call that one. But Mike Matthews, he's just wonderful, so shut up! All right. Thank you, Chely. All of that can be found at MIKEs-DAILY-PODCAST.com, including the past podcast pictures. Oh, speaking of podcast pictures.
And here's today's podcast picture.
It's the lovely lady KATY who we're going to do the segment with right now. There she is. This picture taken yesterday. Lake Chabot is behind her, but you can't really see it. But she was picking wildflowers and having such a great time. We were laughing and having a great time. Well, let's listen to that interview now, shall we? Let's go and do that with this segment.
Holding court with Lady KATY. Lady KATY.
Welcome back to the Mike's Daily Podcast segment called Holding Court with Lady KATY. How are you, Lady KATY?
Doing well. How are you, Mike?
Good. You look so cute with your wildflowers there. You look so like natural, like nature, like California girl in Northern California.
It's all the flowers. If I were holding like a TV and a laptop, you'd just think I were such a modern tech crazed person.
And they go so well together. It's pinks and what's this one color?
Well, Mike, this is purple. This is not pink. This is a lighter purple. This is white. Are you bad with colors?
Aren't most guys bad with colors?
I don't know. That's a pretty outdated stereotype.
Isn't that burgundy?
Oh, man, now you're teaching me the colors. Okay, I didn't know you. I thought since you thought this was pink that you wouldn't even know the word burgundy. Yeah, it is a burgundy color. It's like a wine purple, wine burgundy. I guess.
You guess what?
I don't know. Never mind. Now I feel foolish.
No, don't. Please. I want you to just express yourself. Use this as a platform for yourself. Just if you want to read some poetry. Tell me, have you been drinking any wine lately?
Yes.
Speaking of burgundy, isn't that a type of wine?
It is a type of wine. Yeah. I've been drinking wine pretty frequently, actually.
You just had a couple bottles before we met, didn't you? You're sloshed, aren't you?
I don't want to say.
No, I'm kidding. Really, what's your favorite wine?
I like red wines, preferably drier wines. I don't like sweet wine. I like a good Malbec or a Zinfandel even, or even though Zinfandel can be a little bit sweet, I like Zinfandel. And then there's one other. Don't remember. The
Zinfandel is the kind of the blushed wine, isn't it?
It's still a dark red.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't look at it. I just drink it, okay?
And now you've got your own place. You can drink wine all you want in your new place.
Exactly. When I say I've been drinking wine, I just mean alone in bed every night. It's great.
Oh, well, you have Mally there, though.
Mally is an alcoholic.
Oh, really?
It's sad. It really is. I mean, for a dog to get to that level, it's even worse than human alcoholism.
Oh. Does she, yell at you and say nasty things? Once she...
I don't even like to think about it. I can't go there.
You know, I drank... I drank quite a bit of beer after my, divorce and stuff. And then I realized I need to stop. So I stopped buying it, and then a friend of mine became a brewmaster at a brewery. But I haven't been there in a while. Oh, there's people coming. Oh, it's those young kids up to no good.
What do you think their story is? Do they like each other? Are they boyfriend and girlfriend?
I think they're crushing hard.
Yeah. They seem pretty comfortable with each other, but they're not holding hands or anything.
Oh, maybe we should tell them to hold hands.
Can you hold hands?
Hey, you two, hold your hands together. Our dogs enjoy playing with you.
So would mine, but they're at home.
Oh, this is a great place to take dogs.
You should have brought them along.
One of them's 1.5, and she doesn't listen to them now.
Oh.
And the other one's 7. She's a little bit of a hip.
I see.
Yeah.
You guys, if you go up that hill that way, there's gorgeous flowers. Millions and millions. Oh, you saw them. Okay.
Yeah,
Old
news. They were so strong, they were just like...
I know. Well, now it's a little bit less.
Pick some and make a nice bouquet.
Yeah. Bring them back to the dogs.
Basil!
Melly, Coda. Coda, come here.
Tell us about this.
That was a very cute little moment. These little, I don't know what to call them, teens? I feel so old.
They look like teenagers.
The
like
teens
maybe,
were just adorable.
I'd say they're not even like, do you think they're 16 maybe?
No, they could be extremely young, like 14 or 15.
And they're like little Castrovalian teenagers in love. They're little millennials.
They're really, really cute. They're younger than millennials.
What's that then? That age?
Babies.
Babies?
Babies.
It's the baby generation.
The baby generation.
I think they're gonna make a wonderful life together.
I sincerely hope that they will not have a life together. They're far too young for that.
That's true. What is this, Alabama?
Yeah, Mike, what the hell? 1950?
Shout out to my Alabama friends. Yeah, this isn't 19... So, yeah, people get married later in life.
Yeah, later than 14 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. But,
So we were talking about you being an alcoholic after your divorce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, back to that.
Let's go back to that.
I was just not happy, and it was...
So it was a real problem?
I think I didn't drink more than like 2 a night, but I was like, after a while, I'm like, why am I doing this? It's not making anything better.
Was it, 2 beers, some guys can drink way more than that. Was it affecting you? Were you getting a little bit tipsy, or was it just enough to just kind of relax? Or what was the end goal there?
Yeah, I think I was getting a little like tipsy, and then I'd go record my podcast. Oh. No, I never did that. That would make for an even stranger podcast. But it's something I think, whenever anybody goes through something like that, some kind of loss, that's always going to be there. The possibility of using some kind of thing like that. That pain takes away the pain, But you have to deal with it and move on. I'm Dr. Phil.
Did something replace it, or did it or you just said, no, I'm going to stop?
I think what I did, I took stock in my life and went, this is good. I don't need this. You
realized that there wasn't a huge reason to be so sad or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. You learn to appreciate things.
That's great. That's a happy ending.
I'm speaking this is the lovely Lady KATY. We're holding court with Lady KATY. Today's court is out on a field. We're sitting on a field. Gosh, I'm so white.
That's true. Well, you're not any whiter than me. You're probably more tan than I am.
Oh.
So now I'm insulted.
No, you do not look white. You have like you've been out in the sun. Have you been sunning yourself?
I have not. No.
Does Aaron forsooth have a pool?
No pool. We have a very big backyard. We could theoretically have a pool. What? I should surprise her one weekend. I built an Olympic-sized pool for you, Aaron.
Get 80 guys with a shovel.
80s. That's probably enough.
A couple 80 bulldozers and just dig a hole.
80 guys is not enough. 80 bulldozers is way too much.
And there won't be a house left. It'll just there'll be a big pool. Well, the thing about pools, though, you really gotta manage them. They get really nasty quick.
Do you have a pool?
No. My mom does.
Is it nasty?
She had to spend a lot of money on it, yeah. But we've had such hot days here in the Bay Area. It's good to cool down. Yeah,
the other day I really, for the first time in a long time, I thought I really just want to swim. I just want to get in the pool. But I had no pool available to me.
Do you ever go? You can go to the Hayward Plunge.
No, thank you.
And get some kind of strange disease out of the Hayward Plunge. Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. Nothing against the Hayward Plunge. I took swimming lessons there. I didn't like it. I didn't like any kind of organized anything when I was little. It made me way too nervous and shy. And swim lessons is like, it's always on a cold morning.
The end.
And that's the end of your life.
And this was a great segment. Let's do segment 2 next time.
Okay, that sounds great.
Thank you, Katie. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley. Next show, it's going to be Benita, the Disgruntled Fiddle Player, and the Brewmaster. And I read that all from a teleprompter, which I had to wipe off with a Costco Kleenex, confetti Kleenex box that I opened and exploded. It was scary.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com. Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye.